The funniest pets and people, a couple of pushy pooches, a Jack Russell who can hustle, some scuba diving skiers, a doggy who doesn't want liver, and a happy cat finds the glass half full. So drag everyone over, because we've got a really big shoe. It's the show that will have you sing, stay, laugh, and beg for more. Welcome to Funniest Pets and People.
Drop and give me 20 laughs.
It's athletes.
Oh, you get it.
I guess you could say the dog's attempt to dump his doggy bowl in the kiddie pool to make gravy kind of backfired wildly. And for that matter, now that he's tried it, he totally cannot understand why his owners think it's so much fun to bowl. Barney and Noodles were determined to practice as long as they needed to become the world's best dog bowling team. The only thing stopping them? Well, they don't allow dogs at the alley without a leash. Well, that, and they're used to a giant beach ball. And, of course, there is no such thing as a doggy bowling team. But other than that, man, they are on their way. Oh, did we mention they don't have the money to rent 8 shoes? This dog's talent is amazing. We're not at sinking balls, at figuring out the cat's hiding places. You know, it's actually not a bad technique using your mouth to sink shots. But don't try it with bikers in the pool hall. Learn that one the hard way. It's amazing how the right kind of music motivates you to sweat it up and work it out. Oh, I'm sorry, I kicked out the plug. Oh, I did it again, sorry, my bad. Wow, look at this guy move that ball down the court, will you? Oh yeah, once Frankie can actually sink the ball in the basket, he's gonna have endorsements out the wazoo. Of course, they are gonna need to invent a 3-foot wide hoop first.
Come on, Tippy. Come on, Tippy, you look great in this sweater. Come on, all the dogs are wearing sweaters in the neighborhood. Come on, Tippy. Tippy, it's a sweater. It's cold outside, Tippy. Put the sweater on, Tippy. Tippy, put the sweater on! Tippy! Tippy! Oh.
You know, the Petersons should have been suspicious the moment the discount travel agency promised sledding and scuba diving at one resort. These next jokes are so easy they're child's play. You could think Bradley is practicing sticking his tongue out because he's rude. But actually, his problem is he's slow. And he figures if he can't win races by being fastest, he'll win them by being longest. Oh yeah, he can hear it now.
It's Bradley by a tongue.
Now this clip proves it. Love is blind.
Don't do it again. Don't do it again. Don't do it.
And it can't taste.
Wait, one more time. One more time.
And for that matter, it doesn't mind passing on a cold. Ever since she first tried it, Jill's been head over heels for skiing. Actually, she falls down all the time, and so she figured this way, no matter how she landed, she'd keep skiing. And while it is a good idea for the slopes, you try getting a wool hat that fits over that thing. Now, this may seem like a little girl just fooling around, but actually, Terry has a very important reason to apply that makeup. Her brother's always hogging the Batman cape, so she's stuck dressing up as the Joker. It was a cute idea to try role reversal day, and Bowser was doing an excellent job playing the owner, taking young Sarah for a walk. Of course, Sarah was doing a pretty darn good job playing the dog, too, which would explain the candlestick she buried in the yard and why she chased the cat up a tree. I just hope she doesn't take to drinking water out of the toilet. Lucy and Ricky were playmates, best friends, nothing more than that. But boy, once they started dancing, well, that's kind of when they fell for each other. They say the time you spend with your children is priceless. But actually, when you add in the cost for a new boombox, it's about $200 an hour. You're probably confused about why this dog is complaining. Well, dogs can hear sounds beyond the human range, and this pooch hears an out-of-tune, ear-splitting accordion that... How's that? They can hear it too?
Keep going.
Oh, well, then you do know why he's complaining. Coming up, a well-mannered goose. And a pooch's owner lets sleeping dogs lie. When we return to Funniest Pets and People. Welcome back to Funniest Pets and People. You're gonna need to dry those eyes from laughing. It's Waterworks. Don't try this unless you're a highly skilled and trained professional. I don't mean as a skier, I mean as a lifeguard. You see, actually, these skiers are competing to see who can reach the finish line first. Luckily, the finish line is on the bottom of the lake. Wait, one skier gets all the way across. That's amazing. And now let's go to our next competition, bobsledding into a vat of ranch dressing. Motocross biking can be a muddy, messy affair. But these smart guys worked out a route to take care of that. Fortunately, from here, they take a quick spin through the towel store and then, boom, right into the talcum powder factory.
still thirsty. Still thirsty. Still thirsty.
This is why you always make sure that bag of pretzels is sealed and put away.
Still thirsty. I'm still thirsty. I'm still thirsty. I'm still thirsty.
Wally is definitely the best behaved animal on the farm.
Sit over again.
He not only makes sure he's eaten every last bit of his feed, he also washes his own dishes. And for all you female geese out there, he's single, ladies. Talk about seeing the glass half full, huh? We don't want to go on and on about what a cheery gal Renita is, but when the pipe burst in the living room, rather than call over a plumber, she called over her friends for a pool party. And on the upside, she now has a sunken living room.
Here goes the opera.
This bird and I have made a deal. I don't laugh at him now, and tomorrow morning when I'm singing show tunes in the shower, he won't laugh at me. But actually, listen to him. I'm not sure if Simon is hearing this, but American Idol hopefuls, you better watch your back. Hey, it's Funniest Pets and People Unleashed. The cat reaching in with his paw and drinking milk from that glass is truly an amazing trick that makes people laugh. And the goldfish nervous. But seriously, when we see a kitty lapping his milk from one of the drinking glasses like these, we think only two words: gut straw. The only explanation for this clip is that the dog is dreaming he's allowed on the couch. He's comfy, all right. Watch carefully. You've heard of sleepwalking? This little guy is sleep sliding away. This clip makes a whole lot more sense when you realize that this young lady represents the country of Spazylvania.
Huh? What? You gonna go for a walk? No, you wanna eat? Let's go for a walk. There's a cat. There's a cat. No, that's not a cat. No, I think I'd rather eat. You wanna go for a walk? Make up your mind, cause I don't know. What? But let's eat.
You see a cat nibbling on its tail. The cat sees a really, really, really big mouse. This week on Arachnid Idol. After weeks of gut-wrenching elimination rounds, little Joey Bug McPherson from Decatur, Illinois, has hung in there and gotten to the Final Four. Now he's up against a feisty mite from Long Beach, a sassy scorpion from Flagstaff, and a truly tough tick from Brooklyn, New York. Will he have what it takes to be an Arachnid Idol? Call or text your vote for Joey in the next 2 hours to 1-800-555-JOEY. Or text 34-JOEY. Wow, Ned's doing great. He's got some real speed going there. Although it was on his way back that he regretted his courageous decision to finally take off those training wheels. Yes, those are strange sounds, but what do you expect from a kid? Actually, the boy's grandparents think he makes them because Mommy feeds him Ferber's mashed peas and goat feed. Now, we're no experts on hair care, but there's just got to be an easier way to straighten out your curls. Not to mention the fact that with him chewing like that, you're gonna wind up with some serious split ends. Coming up, a dog stops and smells the flower. And a dirt bike becomes a squirt bike. When we return to Funniest Pets and People. Welcome back to Funniest Pets and People. Don't laugh with your mouth open. It's where are your manners? Everybody loves a celebration, except the neighbors downstairs. He's got a big tongue and many hours till his owners get home, but we still think Buster is going to get caught for ripping open the flower bag. On the upside, the owners will be able to figure out who the culprit is without having to dust for paw prints. But you know something? Buster actually could get away with this if he could finish by scarfing down the video camera. Okay, Diego was addicted to eating nuts, so his friends hid the nuts from him inside this can. And now, Diego's addicted to opening cans. But don't worry, because next week he's starting on the patch, which actually might work because his friends can use it to tape close the can. Bobo and Taters whined and barked and scratched at the door until finally their owner psyched them out. He opened it for them. They were out for 8 seconds when they realized the dog treats were kept on the inside. Fortunately, Bobo's been in front of the TV so long, he picked up a trick or two from MacGyver. Pro dirt biker Trevor Hansen is so determined to reach his goal that getting his bike stuck will not make him quit, nor will water churning through his carburetor, or even his bike sputtering out and flopping over in the mud. Nope, nothing will stop Trevor from quitting dirt biking and enrolling in dental school. We're on a roll. It's bathroom humor. Sure, the Andersons were trying to save some money, but the thing you gotta remember when you hire a doggy plumber is they drink on the job. And the worst part? Well, he's a boy dog, so when he's done, he leaves the lid up. The raccoon and the puppy were in the bathroom tussling over her favorite scarf hanging to dry. But it did raise a few questions. Who wore her scarf in the snow without her permission? How did her puppy get out of his pen? And how did the raccoons get in the house? You know, it's really amazing how similar raccoons are to humans. Not only can they learn to use the toilet, but they also try to swing the door closed for a little privacy, thank you. But the truth is he's stuck. He can't quite reach the door, but he doesn't want to give up his seat. Why? Well, because he saw the earlier clip and he knows if he gets down, the dog is going to take his place. Coming up, a bird on the head is worth 2 in the bush. When we return to Funniest Pets and People. Welcome back to Funniest Pets and People. Hey guys, here's how you know you've been sleeping too long. When birds make the mistake of thinking you are a statue.